Hi, I'm James Zappachi, and this is the making of coffee and a case note. This is a video born of laziness. I've had a few conversations recently where I've tried to explain my method, and I'm in the privileged position where I'm doing a video series at the moment called Coffee and a Case Note, and some people say, what's the method you use? And it's very nice to have people take some value from what you do and be interested in how you go about it. So that's what I'm going to try to do now. Now, at the outset, I should explain where this idea is sort of stolen from, and if I could give you any genuine advice, it would be to stop this video or stop this podcast. I'll talk about why you're either on a video or on a podcast in a moment. Stop this now, never listen to anything from me again, and go follow and root out this guy called Gary Vaynerchuck, who I'm completely obsessed with, and I encourage you to become similarly obsessed with as well. But if you've rejected that advice and you're still here, let me try to give you some value. What do? I'm a lawyer in New South Wales in Australia, and what I'm doing is I'm recording videos and doing other things that we'll come to in an attempt to build a personal brand, in an attempt to generate some work here for a legal practice. So how am I going about it? And I'm going to take you through what that is. You might want to cherry pick some of those bits. You might want to steal the whole thing. You might want to avoid the whole thing because you think it's dumb. All of those are fine. Let me put it all on the table for you. The central idea I've stolen from Gary Vaynerchuck is that I've deployed my thievery to take this pillar idea, right? So we've got a central pillar of content. And for me, this is reading a recent legal decision, right? So I've read a recent case, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something handed down recently, something somewhat timely. What do? I take that case, I write a little note about it on the professional networking site LinkedIn, and what I should do, but have not yet bothered to do because it's time consuming, and this already consumes more time than I would like, is draft a blog post as well to throw it up on my firm's website or throw it up on Medium or the same or both or somewhere else. But let's just have that phantom blog post in mind as well, right? So we've got one case, already we've got two pieces of content. We've got our LinkedIn post and we're up on a blog somewhere. What I also do is I set up my phone, which is how you're watching this, on a very, very cheap tripod that already looks a bit rickety from where I'm looking at it. Then I connect to you using the Rode Smart Lav microphone. Rode are not paying me any money, but if they were, it could easily be $0 because I think this mic is fantastic. Happy to link it up if you'd like. That's fine. And here I am in a coffee shop. I'm going to record one video file. That video file is going to be about 8 or 9 minutes long. There's going to be 5 minutes where I chat about the case, blah, blah, blah. This is the plaintiff, this is the defendant, this is the law, this is what happened, this is the cost consequences. Thanks, coffee and a case note, hey. That's 5 minutes. Then the same video file, I'm going to be sitting here, I'm just going to lean my head down, lean it back up again. That's a cue for me editing, and we'll come to that. Then I'm going to say about a 45-second preview. Hey guys, I just recorded another note, hope it's cool. Then I'm going to lean my head down, then I'm going to lift my head back up again, and I'm going to say something sort of professionally chatty. I might say, hey guys, I've got a podcast, go listen to it. I might say, hey, how funny is it, how it's the new financial year. I might riff on clothing or professional something. So there we are, we're in the coffee shop, back to this central pillar. This pillar has given us LinkedIn, phantom blog post, and it's given us a video file that is 5 minutes of content about the case, 45-second preview, hopefully not 45-minute preview of the case, and about a minute and a half chit-chat. Now what do? We take this 5 minutes, we chuck a couple of titles on, that's what I do, and chuck it on YouTube. So now we're on YouTube, LinkedIn, Medium. What else do? We're going to slice our 5 minute aside, turn it into a square, and I'm going to sit here editing away. You might want to use something like, I've heard of this service provider, Splashio. I don't know if it's good or bad, never used it. You might think it's great, you might think it's terrible. I'll leave that in your hands. But in essence, what we're going to come out with is 3 square videos with captions. I like captions, you might not. I think it's helpful, and especially where audio is imperfect, I like the ability as a watcher myself to be able to follow along with the words. And I think that's probably how many people feel. So there we are. We've got 3 square videos, right? We've got our 5 minute in a square, we've got our 45-second in a square, we've got our minute and a half in a square. what are we going to do? We're going to put each of them on LinkedIn on different days. We're going to put each of them on Facebook on different days. We're going to take our 5-minute and edit it for IGTV, which is the Instagram sort of TV space, and you're going to need to, it's a little fiddly, but not hugely fiddly to chuck it on there. You've got to basically chuck some tops on there and do a little bit of fiddling around, but that's fine. Our 45-second preview can go on Twitter as well. It can go on Instagram, regular Instagram, not IGTV, where this is. And if you think there's any value in this chit-chat one, you can throw that in a few places as well. So what have we got? We've got our central pillar, our decision. It's on LinkedIn, it's on Medium, on your firm's blog, it's on YouTube, it's on LinkedIn, it's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram. And what you've done is, based on reading one case, doing a bit of typing, heading into a cafe before you start work, is you've sort of built just a little bit of an ecosystem here, right? Hopefully there are some people who are going to get some value from it. And I forgot to say one other thing is, in editing the Square video, you're also going to save it as audio only, and using an app called Anchor, you're going to upload it to almost every single podcast provider there is. Right? There's 8 or 9 that Anchor links up to, and I can take you through that if you'd like. But in essence, we've read one case, we've got 8 or 9 podcasts, we've got videos all over the place, we've got our LinkedIn post, our phantom blog post that we haven't worked on, and what I say you've done, and what I say I've done in doing that, is that I've managed to squeeze every last distributive drop out of the effort I've put into reading and understanding the case. So if you're thinking of doing something similar, you might have an idea in your industry about upcoming changes to legislation, or the way clients always complain about blah, or the latest book you've read, or whatever it is. What I'd invite you to think about, and I'm not saying this is the right approach, it's one you might want to think about, is to take that thought, and if you're happy with it, chop it, change it, distribute it, use it, because that's what I do. And maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I take some pleasure from it. Apparently some people take some value from it. And what I hope is that if you didn't jump off this video and you're still here, you should now jump off to go watch some of those Gary Vaynerchuck videos, and I should have some more of this coffee. Hope you have a great day. Cheers.